Guide 26 to 28. Supramundane consciousness, Lokuttara Chittanti. Supramundane consciousness is consciousness that pertains to the process of transcending Uttara, the world, Loka, consisting of the 5 aggregates of clinging. This type of consciousness leads to liberation from samsara, the cycle of birth and death, and to the attainment of nibbana, the cessation of suffering. There are 8 supramundane chittas. These pertain to 4 stages of enlightenment: stream entry, once returning, non-returning, and arahatship. Each stage involves 2 types of chitta: path consciousness, magga chitta, and fruition consciousness, phala chitta. As seen in table 1.7, all supramundane chittas take as object the unconditioned reality, nibbana, but they differ as paths and fruits according to their functions. The path consciousness has the function of eradicating or of permanently attenuating defilements. The fruition consciousness has the function of experiencing the degree of liberation made possible by the corresponding path. The path consciousness is kusala chitta, a wholesome state. The fruition consciousness is a vipaka chitta, a resultant. Each path consciousness arises only once and endures only for one mind moment. It is never repeated in the mental continuum of the person who attains it. The corresponding fruition consciousness initially arises immediately after the path moment and endures for 2 or 3 mind moments. Subsequently, it can be repeated and with practice can be made to endure for many mind moments. In the mundane absorption called fruition attainment, phala sampatti, see below. The paths and fruits are attained by the method of meditation called the development of insight, vipassana bhavana. This type of meditation involves the strengthening of the faculty of wisdom, panya, by sustained attention to the changing phenomena of mind and matter. The meditator learns to discern their true characteristics of impermanence, suffering, and non-self. When these insights gain full maturity, they issue in the supramundane paths and fruits. Path consciousness of stream entry, sotapatti magga chitta. The entry upon the irreversible path to liberation is called stream entry, and the chitta that experiences this attainment is the path consciousness of stream entry. The stream, sota, is the noble eightfold path with its 8 factors of right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. As the current of the Ganges flows uninterrupted from the Himalayas to the ocean, so the supramundane noble eightfold path flows uninterrupted from the arising of right view to the attainment of nibbana. Though the factors of the eightfold path may arise in the mundane wholesome chittas of virtuous worldlings, these factors are not fixed in their destination, since a worldling may change character and turn away from the Dhamma. But in a noble disciple who has reached the experience of stream entry, the path factors become fixed in destiny and flow like a stream leading to nibbana. The path consciousness of stream entry has the fruition of cutting off the first 3 fetters personality view or wrong view of self, doubt and about the triple gem, and clinging to rites and ceremonies in the belief that they can lead to liberation. It further cuts off all greed, hatred, and delusion strong enough to lead to a subhuman rebirth. This chitta also permanently eliminates 5 other chittas, namely the 4 chittas rooted in greed associated with wrong view, and the chitta rooted in delusion associated with doubt. One who has undergone the experience of stream entry is assured of reaching final deliverance in maximum of 7 lives, and of never being reborn in any of the woeful planes of existence. Path consciousness of one's returning, Sakadagami Magga Chitta. Jistitsa is the consciousness associated with the noble eightfold path that gives access to the plane of one's returner. While it does not eradicate any fetters, the chitta attenuates the grosser forms of sensual desire and ill will. The person who has reached this stage will be reborn in this world at most one more time before attaining liberation. Path consciousness of non-returning, Anagami Magga Chitta. One who attains the third path will never again be reborn in the sensuous plane. If such a person does not reach Arahatship in the same lifetime, he will be reborn in the fine material world and there attain the goal. The path consciousness of non-returning cuts off the fetters of sensual desire and ill will. It also permanently eliminates the 2 chittas rooted in hate. Path consciousness of Arahatship, Arahatta Magga Chitta. An Arahant is a fully liberated person, one who has destroyed Hatha, the enemy Ari, consisting of the defilements. The path consciousness of Arahatship is the chitta that issues directly in the full liberation of Arahatship. This chitta destroys the 5 subtle fetters: desire for fine material and immaterial existence, conceit, restlessness, and ignorance. It also eliminates the remaining types of unwholesome chittas, the 4 rooted in greed, dissociated from views, and 1 rooted in delusion, associated with restlessness. Fruition consciousness, Pala Chitta. Each path consciousness issues automatically in its respective fruition in the same cognitive series, in immediate succession to the path. Thereafter, the fruition chitta can arise many times when the noble disciple enters the meditative attainment of fruition. The fruition consciousness, as mentioned earlier, is classified by way of kind as a resultant vipaka. It should be noted that there are no supramundane functional kiriya chittas. That is because when an arahant enters fruition attainment, the chittas that occur in that attainment belong to the class of resultants, being fruits of the supramundane path.